Back for more of the Argonaut Weekly here at GoArgos.com. Rob Walden along with assistant baseball coach Shane Gierke. Argonaut baseball team went 3-1 this past week. They got a midweek victory over Mobile in Pensacola, 17-5. And then this past weekend, took 2 out of 3 from Alabama Huntsville up in Huntsville. Won the opener 8-0. Lost the middle game of the series 9-5, and then rallied for a big 10-2 victory on Sunday. So, Coach, hate to do it. As much as we've been talking about victories, we almost have to start with the loss. It snapped a 22-game losing streak for you guys, and I know you never want to lose a game, especially when you're in the middle of a winning streak. You never talk about wanting that streak to end. But now that it's over, do you feel like a certain weight has maybe been lifted off, and now instead of trying to keep up with a long winning streak, you guys can go out and take care of business the final few weeks of the season?
I don't think you really. 22 games was unbelievable.
Right.
And, I think the guys, being number one in the country was great, but I think the guys were playing for that streak.
Sure.
And there wasn't the pressure of being number one. They were playing for, hey, let's keep the streak alive. Let's go for 23. And, we just didn't play very good in the second game. We didn't pitch good on the mound, which usually on the weekend, we're feeding off our pitchers. They're throwing up W's or zeros every time out.
Right.
And we just didn't swing it well in situations, and we had some times where we should have took advantage of runners in scoring position. We really just never could seem to muster up that big hit.
As you reflect on the winning streak, 22 in the books, all of them victories for you guys over the last month and a half. Obviously it's the best winning streak in program history. It vaulted you guys into the number one spot in all of Division II baseball. You can't underestimate what this means for the program. The winning streak's in the rearview mirror now, but still the effects of that streak are going to reverberate through the program for a long time.
Yeah, I think that once you look back at 22 games in a row, especially in a college baseball season, it's pretty remarkable. It's probably something I was telling Jeff Coat this the other day. It's probably something I'll never be a part of again. 22 games in our conference, in our schedule that we play, which I think is the best in the country.
Sure.
To win 22 straight against our competition that we play year in and year out. That, as long as I'm in this university or with this university and playing the schedule we play, I'll never see 22 in a row again.
Rallied for a big victory on Sunday, 10-2 over Alabama Huntsville. Daniel Vargas Vila pitched well again, and it was nice to see the guys take care of business and hopefully start a new winning streak, which, if it extended until the very end of the season, could be 20 or 22 all over again.
Absolutely. Danny's been kind of that staple on Sunday when we have lost that middle game, which we haven't done it much.
Right.
He's gone out and taken care of business, especially when we sweep a team on Saturday. Most teams that we play, their number 3 is one of their weaker pitchers, and when they face us in game 3 and thinking they're fixing to get pull a game out of the series, and they got to face Vargas on Sunday.
Right.
Nobody else has got that advantage, and Prawn carried us all weekend. It was one of the best weekends I've ever seen. Especially, the big hits that he came up with. He had a 3-run homer in that second game to go up 4-3, and I thought we were going to close it out after that point, but we just couldn't muster it up on the mound.
Yeah, Prawn started the week with a 6 RBI game against Mobile. Never looked back, and, he's been about as consistently fantastic this season as you could expect from a hitter. Continues to bat well over 400. Looks like he's going to finish over 400. A likely first-team All-American. Can't say enough about the way he's played all season long.
To have signed the kid, I guess, it's 4 years ago now, in 07 that summer of 07. And, it's been a long journey with him, especially for 4 years. And the stuff that he's went through offensively, it's been pretty remarkable where he's at right now.
Back home this weekend, Valdosta stayed in a 3-game set final home series of the weekend, or of the season for you guys. Now, obviously, we'd like to think we'd be back here for regional play, but at least regular season-wise, final series of the year. You guys have got Valdosta pretty good at their place back at the start of the conference season. Revenge is on their mind, so it's going to be important to stay focused and take 3 more this weekend.
Absolutely. Valdosta, I got so much respect for those coaches at Valdosta. They do such a great job in preparing their guys to play, and they've always played good against us. Every game it seems like, all 3 of those games that we played, except the first one, but the final 2 were all close games. Could have went either way. We jumped on them late in the 3rd game, but they always seem to have our number and know what we're going to do, and the same thing with us with them. So, it's a senior weekend. It's a big weekend. We got 4 seniors that have been with us for 4 years. that, we want to honor those guys with hopefully a sweep, and it's, with Brewer and Prawn and Hastings and Kroll, those guys that have been with us for 4 years and been kind of a staple of what they've built the last 4 years, most likely 2 regionals and, hopefully some more special things to come down the road. But, to see Prawn and Brewer and Hastings and Kroll go, it's going to be sad, and so I'm sure Saturday will be very emotional.
Certainly have been big building blocks of the program over the last 4 seasons, and they close out their home UWF careers this weekend. Valdosta State comes to Pensacola because of the Easter Sunday weekend. It is a little bit different schedule. It'll get started on Friday, and then Saturday the 2 teams will close it out. You can listen live to all 3 games at GoArgos.com, and also video of Friday's game will be available right here at GoArgos.com.